Hey guys, okay, so this is a second chance because I forgot to do something and register for what I'm going to be testing. Overall, you have to remember I don't really support the Battle Helper, but I want to see if the Battle Helper is the reason why this season in Modern has been so hard. I'm a lot lower than I would normally be with 5 days less, but I've also been buying a decent amount of DEC. And the big thing is I have a losing record. Normally, at this time in the season, once I've played around 300 battles, I'd be at least positive win rate by about 20 or 30. Could I just be having an off season? Absolutely. But it seems to coincide with Battle Helper coming back online. So is Battle Helper the reason why? I mean, and would you play Battle Helper in Modern? Well, the rewards on a Modern win are pretty good right now. If I go to my battle log, we pull up this one I just played. I got myself a win. We'll skip. You'll see here, I got myself an 8 SPS battle, and I've seen numbers as high as 13 or 14 when you're on a nice little streak and you're getting bonuses and things like that. So it's an interesting question. Also, when you look into the price, it's relatively cheap. It's also much cheaper than buying energy. So instead of me buying extra energy at 500 a pop, I could use Battle Helper in theory to win. Most of the time for what looks like around in 50 DEC a battle, it varies in price based on usage. So there might be times of the day where it's much more expensive. I don't have any experience with this tool. Never used it before. Going to try to use it right here for my very first time, and we'll see how it goes and if it pushes me up into Champion 2 or not, or if I don't do too well with it. So we're going to give this a try. I'm sure some people have done this before in the past, showed this to you guys. As someone that hasn't been a fan of it, this is the main reason why I didn't use XBOT for my bot account and I used Archmage, because I didn't think it was right to make this tool. I think it makes the game much less competitive. I know Seidler's arguments are that this tool being out there allows me to be able to use it where others would be able to use it if they wanted to. So we're going to do teams, Stever82, V21. We're going to see if this works. Oh, wow. I'm still not ready to go, but I'm going to go ahead and try to make a battle here really quick. I think I know what I want to do here. Oh, only 21 mana. That's rough. Okay, does anyone else fly? Oh. Fly. Nope, only you. Okay. So we want a heal and a triage. We want a silence. And then we want a poison. Yeah, we're going to give this a try. Okay, very similar matchup on the other side. Now, this doesn't have phase, thanks goodness, in this rule set here. That would have been another theoretical thing to try, because otherwise we would not be able to hit him. We got a round 1 affliction, but not a round 1 poison. So that's a bit of a disappointment. Oh, wow. What an interesting play. He's going to stop my Dr. Blight from doing things. Okay, so 4-4. It's a tie. So who goes first? I went first. Wow, what an interesting way to get a win. So we ended up, that's one of the games that they might want to trade the rules for. Okay, so what it told me to do is I have to go to XBOT accounts and I have to link Discord. How do I do that? Advanced. Discord. Okay. So copy my username, put that right there, confirm. Okay. Then we're going to go back into the game. Wow, I won 2 battles in a row trying to make this video saying that I couldn't win battles, so that's kind of funny. So Deuce in Crypto BG, I beat you without the battle helper. The next game, we'll try to do it there, though given that was complete luck. It was just who was going to go first. All right. Teams, Stever 82, Vertical 43. Invalid private key. Huh. Okay, didn't give him my private key. So we're gonna have to do this off. Advanced Discord name. Nope. Keys. All right. Add. All right, let's see if we can do this very quickly or if we're going to have to make a team by ourselves. Can it make a team in 40 minutes? 40 seconds. Let's see. 37 seconds. We might be in trouble here. Let's go to the create team. Okay, so I'm going to throw Kitty with this on here. I'm going to throw this. I'm going to throw this. We're going to throw this on the board. We're going to throw this on the board to go faster. We're going to throw him and him and just battle. That's not quite an XBOT team, but we'll see what happens here. And then we'll actually try it for the next match because we actually got a match. I did leave a little mana on the board there, and I guess one of the things I could have done would have been to give my team armor. That would have made sense. I can tell you by looking at the team, the one on the other side looks kind of similar to an XBOT lineup. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is almost a guaranteed that BJ Shadow is using XBOT. So we'll see if my emergency team can somehow find a way to beat this. This was definitely a mistake. I don't even think this is the card I thought I was clicking on. So that's kind of funny. Now the Vigilator isn't big enough for any of the cool things to happen. The only theoretical advantage I have is that I'm bouncing back damage a little bit harder than he is. But it looks like that's not going to end up mattering and I'm going to lose. So we'll skip that. But then we're going to bring Xbox over here. We're going to look at this team right here that it suggested you use. Biz and Kitty, Vigilator, Runic Striker, Tower Grifton, Scale Dollar, Supply Runner, Acid Shooter. Now, this is pretty darn close to what this guy played. He played Vigilator, then the Tower Griffin, the Scale Doctor, and the Supply Runner, right? The thing that he changed is he brought in the Wave Brood and the Angelic. So maybe it's not perfect proof, but we'll go ahead and try another battle here. Now, obviously, I probably gave up a battle there because I wasn't ready and I didn't get to see the teams quick enough. Also, I realized that I'm going to have to read these teams relatively quickly and figure out if I can make them pretty quick, but I think I'll be able to. Okay, 59. So this time we'll start using the tool at the start, and then we'll go ahead and probably, for now, go pretty close to what they say to use. This is interesting because we're mage only, we're magic reflect, and then we're armored up, and we can't use the normal green team that you would use. Theoretically here, I would think a wraith team would be best. Yeah. So we're gonna do create a team, and we're just gonna copy the first one they gave us just to see if copying would win. Wraith, and then Izar, and we're going to play Dr. Blight. We're going to put Alade Brightwing, and then Jin Renova for the healing. It's interesting, though, because we have 59 mana, and they only showed me that many teams, so I can play another card. I think I'll just put High Priest Darius in, and we'll move it around like that. Oh, but High Priest Darius, well, he's got that extra resurrect, but will he resurrect anyone before he kills himself with that blast damage? Yeah, no. I think we're going to take him off. Who might not kill themselves too easily and be good? We'll do Bella. High Priest Darius would have been an interesting card to add in. It's also interesting to see. So the bot tool, see here, it was definitely Grandmaster Wraith is the meta here, which I kind of realized. Crawless Izar is something I would have done anyways. I wouldn't have put Dr. Blight here. I kind of messed up, didn't I? Bella, I'm so silly. It's Izar, Dr. Blight. They wanted Bella the Radiant over here. So I picked the right card on my own. Somehow I overlooked her name. So do a better job reading the thing. So the only difference here is Bella shouldn't be last. Jin Renova should be last. So this is going to be an interesting play. Mimosa came to mind to use too. Mimosa would have been interesting, and actually in a Magic Reflect game, Kane Haste is definitely an interesting play. This right here with the Giant Killer is absolutely going to light Izar up pretty ridiculously. And they've got a Resurrect, they've got a Stun, so this is a good team on the other side. I actually could have fielded this team. I have all of these cards at the same levels too. Even my this card is level 3. So let's see what happens here. Now the one thing is he is pretty low life, and he ran into armor on his first attack, so that helped me out a lot. That reflection on the blast damage attack is very interesting. Okay, he got a stun on me. That's kind of disappointing because she would have got an attack off. It looks like we're gonna get through him and make them pop that resurrect there. We could really use a poison by Dr. Blight here. Okay, so we're gonna get our first buff up. They don't have a dispel on the other side, so that's good. Then we're going to come back to life, and we're going to have that magic armor. We didn't get the poison, which is disappointing. We would have liked to see that poison come through. Okay, they're going to kill us again, and now we're going to go up again. Okay, now we are going to get him off the board. This is looking like the bot is going to have delivered me a win. Given this is a team I think I could have thought up on my own. I just think placement would have been a little bit off, and I do plan to kind of use my own mind before I see what the bot can do for me, because I want to see if my mind's in the right place. I wouldn't have necessarily thought to give Dr. Blight the buffs. I can now see why that was probably a good move. Um, yeah, definitely knowing that a poison play might have been a play, and that you want to be able to have a healing, armored like this, like her, this, and Izar would have been like mandatory for me to play. These three. And then theoretically in that rule set, I would have probably went with Billa because, as you saw, I picked her on my own. I probably would have went with Dr. Blight to try to land poisons. I don't know that I would have thought to necessarily use the triage monster. It makes kind of sense, but she also does a lot of magic damage. Is going to bounce back a lot at her, and there was a lot of mana left, so I might have went something a little bit different than this card. Is the one mistake maybe I would have made. But okay, Battle Helper so far, one win, and that was the exact team that it suggested, but not in the exact order. So let's try to use it properly this time. So teams, Steve R82, V, and the mana is 45. Okay, so no healing, no mages, evens only. Probably a dragon team. Dragon with death is what I would think to go. Let's see what we get from the bot. I don't know exact monsters off the top of my head, but I'm thinking something like a kitty with a relatively good dragon tank, something like that. All right, so the bot is saying to go Chancius the Great. I can see that with no mages, actually. Okay, so let's give the bot team a roll. Let's just see how good this API is, because that's what we're currently testing. So we're going to go Chancius. We're going to go Chaos Knight. We're going to go Corsair Bosun. We're going to go Celestial Harpy. That's interesting. We're going to go the Exile. The Dumai Exile. Corsair Bosun. We're going to go Rooney. And then we're going to go Shield Bearer. Okay, so this is the team that they suggested. It's interesting they're using Chancius with no healing, so we're not going to have any triage. There's also not any repair. There is a slightly... of course, a battering ram. There would be a chance to put battering ram on the board instead of Celestial Harpy is the one difference they're giving me. And I'm actually going to change that one out because I do have a battering ram with Shatter. And just in case we get a mirror match, I want to shatter that armor. So I think that's more important than having a not miss. Okay, look, we got literally a mirror match. So the very interesting thing about here is this is maybe proving to me that this YGG Drag Patient Lourdes is probably using the Battle Helper. Right here, he played this team. Chancius the Great, right? He's got Chancius. Then he's got the Chaos Knight like I do. Then he's got Corsair Bosun. Then he has... The one difference is, so his battering ram, like he switched around the placement of these monsters a little bit. And his battering ram is max level, unlike mine that is single level, is only level 7. But I still think I'd made the right move switching in the battering ram to shatter this armor. But the fact that this is under leveled and the placement of our monsters, it's going to be interesting to me to see who wins this match. I don't know. We do have a repair. We both have a repair. I have no idea. This is going to probably come down to some weird RNG that I can't really understand at this point. So we're both going to do a hit. Now, you know what? That might win him the game, the extra speed of his battering ram. Because his battering ram attacks first, shattering armor, and my battering ram attacks second, and so that could be the big difference. That was kind of interesting. We got a little bit lucky there, because we killed his Chaos Knight early. Okay, so now our battering ram dies. They're going after Rooney. Rooney's going to kill their battering ram when he's going to kill the Chaos Knight. So I'm going to lose because my card was under leveled and it drastically changed one major thing, and that's which card attacked first. Now, technically, he got lucky in that attack order because these two monsters are the same speed. And so that was a bit of a luck. But that was an interesting matchup. I don't think the bot didn't give me the best team. I just thought the bot ended up losing because I don't have the best card. So in that situation, I wonder if the Harpy would have made me win. It's an interesting thing to theorize. Let's go ahead and try another battle. So far the bot won a match and lost a match. I won these two matches. We'll see how we do on this one. I need to get into my Discord so that I can be ready to go. Oh, what happened here? Gotta make this bigger, I guess. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Team Steve R82 V45. Okay, this is with gladiators. This is okay. I would definitely probably lean towards going green because I have a high level Quora, and then I would do some kind of combination of the monster, the mage with the taunt, and Quora on the board, and some of the other monsters that I would fill in as I kind of made that team to speed them up. Interesting. They only have one team with Quora. On there. That's what I would go, but it has a much less winning rate than these. With 40, that's 40 mana. Coastal Century, Venari, Muskrat, Drybone Raider, River, Hollandale. All right, let's just try. Well, I'm going to try the other team. Okay. Sacred Llama Mage. Archimus the Bear. Pellicor Mercenary. Fungus Flinger. Who is the Fungus Flinger again? Oh, yeah. Fungus Flinger. Quora. Venari Muskrat. Oh, no, that's Spellsmith. Venari Muskrat is the 3-cost one with Martyr. And then Chaos Agent. Really? Just to make them try to hit the Chaos Agent? All right. Well, that's what they say to do. I like that team better. I'm not sure. Looking at this, so this is Bakjura with Coastal Century, Venari Muskrat, Drybone Raider, Riven Hollandale, Angelic. Who's Drybone Raider? I'll go check after this because that's the problem. I couldn't remember who Drybone Raider is, and that is what made me so confused. And that's bad. I should remember the cards. But I went with this team, which has some less, but I know all of these cards, and it uses my level 4 Quora. I think that my Quora being level 4 changes things. I got that was kind of anticlimactic. Let's go look at water, and let me see if I can remember who well, first let's clear everything out, because I don't remember what I was looking at. So Chaos Legion, Untamed, Water. And so Drybone Raider. wasn't Deep Lurker. It was Dry Bone Raider. How come I forgot who that is? Bortis, Kelia Sea Stalker, Riverboat Captain, Axemaster, Tidebiter, Bakshira, River Hollandale. I didn't even see. Oh, is he neutral? Maybe he's a neutral card. Dry Bone Raider, neutral. Oh, it's this card. Well, we won't know what happened. Let's try another battle. One more. What time are we at on this video? Sorry. I had a pop-up. 26 minutes. Yeah, we'll do one more battle and then we'll end it there. I do think I've proved to myself that this is being used, which was one of my goals, because of the teams I have seen have shown me that. And also, you know, obviously I'm not necessarily going to see the exact teams that I see because they might not have the exact same cards as me. V60. This one's interesting. So Blast, Poison. In a Poison rule set, normally I would lean towards a Wraith team with Krullis, Aldella, and Nizar again. With Blast, that changes things a little bit. You'd probably want to throw something in like a Rooney next to Izar, and maybe even Kosa or Bosun too to not take that blast damage. So, all right, that's pretty interesting. So they're telling me to use a Bizen Kitty team with a very interesting lineup, but I want to see what this bot can do. So we're going to go Death. So we're going to do Bizen Kitty with the Desert Dragon. So Desert Dragon. He's okay. So we're going to do Desert Dragon in the top with Bizen Kitty. We're going to do Oshur after that. We're going to do Scale Doctor right here. So then we're going to put in Raw. Raw after Scale Doctor. Then Runic Skyclaw. And then, this is the one that's kind of interesting. They want a Dark Harkon for the taunt back here. And I guess this makes sense because you're taunting into your blast damage over here where you won't take it, and then Oshur won't take the blast damage off of whoever does get a hit the dragon. So I think that is a pretty competitive team. Let's see what happens. Wow, this actually ends up being a team that looks like it will be an okay counter to what they did, but we'll have to see. It actually looks like it's an excellent counter to what they did, because we have two giant killers who are gonna really punish Agor here. Given the first one is gonna hit armor, but at least it's gonna erase all of that armor. And all this magic attack is gonna be bounced back over to here. The one card on his team that looks like it could be problematic for me is this one, because he's got the double damage here, but he's also the only melee attack that's going to go, so his first one's going to hit armor too. And then the one X factor here that could make me obviously have a tough time, who does Raw attack? Whenever you use a Raw, you have to worry about that. And where do... is Kosor. Do I crush him because I retaliate, or do I not retaliate? Those are gonna be the things that turn this from either a easy win to a possible loss. Now I did have that nice speed up, and he doesn't have he has one speed up on his team, But see, there's that big hit. Okay, now, do I get a retaliate? Yes, I got to retaliate. Now, I got to heal. There we go with our bounce back. We got our armor back. Okay, Aegor's down for the count once, but he has 2 resurrects over there. I don't know if Aegor will get resurrected both times. Okay, we're going to take him out again. We're going to trample through Kosur. So that means Aegor's going to steal that, and Kosur's not going to get a chance to attack. We're going to bounce stuff back here. Round 2, now we see the poisons going off, but we're doing pretty good here, and there goes their triage. Now, what'll be interesting, does Aegor... Oh, Aegor always would attack first because he has magic. So he's attacking with magic. But our armor is there. We retaliate again. We trample. Now we're actually going to get to go with our attack. Oh, gosh, this was just a beatdown. I mean, it looked like I had a beatdown in play because of those double giant killers on Aegor. So that was impressive. So we'll end it there. That was a very impressive win. The bot does seem to be a little better than me. It's upsetting. And it's so cheap until it's out of terms of service. I almost would think I'm impelled to keep using it. What do you guys think? Let me know.